Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about dereferencing pointer variable as well as dereferencing pointer variable example. Today, in this lecture, we will discuss about pointer arithmetic. So, in pointer arithmetic, all types of arithmetic operations are not possible. You must remember all types of arithmetic operations are not possible with pointers. The valid operations that can be performed in pointer arithmetics are: the first one is addition of an integer to a pointer. The second one is subtraction of an integer from a pointer. And the third one is subtraction of a pointer from another pointer of same type. So these are the operations that can be performed on pointer. These are the arithmetic operations that can be performed on pointer. Now pointer arithmetic is a little bit different from ordinary arithmetic. Here all arithmetic is performed relative to the size of the base type of the pointer. So that depends on the base type of the pointer. For example, if we have an integer, suppose the integer in the pointer is pi, which contains the address that is 1000. So pi is the pointer that contains the address 1000. Then on incrementing, generally the incrementing operation is pi plus plus. This is the same one, addition of an integer to a pointer or increment operation. This is the decrement operation. Okay, now in this example, suppose the pointer pi that holds the address 1000, it will increment by 2. Incrementing this pointer pi by 1, that means pi plus plus, it will increment by 2 or will get the address or will get the output that is 1002 instead of 1001. In general operation, in general variable increment, if we will increment 1000 by 1, that will give 1001. But here in pointer arithmetic for integer type, this will increment by 2 because the type is integer type, because the size of the integer data type is 2, so it will increment by 2. Similarly, by decrementing this pi value, suppose the pi value holds 1000, the value 1000, that is the address of another variable. By decrementing, pi minus minus, it will get the value 998 instead of 999. If we will decrement by 1, it will decrement automatically by 2 because the size of the integer or data type of integer is sorry, the size of integer data type is 2. The expression, suppose the expression is given as pi plus 3. That means we are incrementing or we are adding an integer 3 to this pointer pi, and this will represent the address 1006. For this example, suppose pi holds the address 1000 plus we are incrementing 3, then 3 into 2, that means the size of integer is 2, so we have to increment, that will be automatically it will increment 6, so the output will be 1006 and it will point to the address location 1006. Similarly, if you decrement by 2, suppose pi holds the address 1000, if you decrement pi minus 2, so that will be 1000 minus 2 into 2. We are decrementing by 2 and the size of integer is data type, the size of integer is 2, so 2 into 2 is equal to 4, so that will be how much? 996. So this is the increment and decrement operations that can be performed on pointer. Now we'll take another example to see how these operations can be done. Suppose p is an integer pointer that contains the address 1000 initially. We'll take the same example. Suppose p is an integer variable that contains the address 1000. So p is an integer variable that holds the address 1000. Now we'll draw the diagram for this one. So this is the pointer p that holds the address 1000, and that means it points to the address location 1000, and this is of integer type, so this will take 2 bytes memory location. So this is address location 1000, this is 1001, and there may be number of different addresses, but it will be reserved for this 2 byte. It will point to this memory location. Now we will take one example. Suppose the first example is p plus plus. For this one, after incrementing pointer p, the pointer p will be incremented. P points to the address 1002, so it will point to the address 1002, and if you dereference this p, then it will return the information stored at memory location 1002 and 1003. So this is the starting diagram or starting address location diagram. Now after incrementing, now we can draw the diagram that shows how the pointer will be incremented. Now this is the pointer p. After incrementing, now I am drawing the same diagram after incrementing. Now these are the memory locations. This is 1000, this is 1001, as I have already told, p plus plus means it will increment by 2 for integer pointer arithmetic. The next address location is 1002, then 1003, 1004, 1005, like this. So when the pointer will be incremented, it will point to the address location 1002. So this pointer p holds the address that is 1002. Now if you dereference, that means if you try to print star or that is asterisk p, so it will print the value stored in the address 1002 and 1003. So whatever may be stored in this two memory location 1002 and 1003, that will be the output. Okay, now we'll see how that will be changed when we'll increment by 2. Now the second example may be, the second example is p is equal to p plus 2. Now take this example. Now p contains the address after incrementing by 2. This will contain the address that is 1006. So when you will execute this operation, that will be, now p holds this address that is 1002. Now I am writing this operation as p now stores, p is how much, 1002 plus, we are incrementing by 2 and this is the size of integer is 2 bytes, so 2 into 2, that will be how much, 2 into 2 4 plus 1002, that will be 1006. So this is the new value that will be stored in the pointer p. So p holds the address 1006. Now we will represent in the memory location. So this is 1000, this is 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. Now after incrementing, this pointer will point to this address location. Now when you dereference the pointer p, then the value stored in these two memory location 1006 and 1007, that value will be printed. Whatever may be this value, that will be printed. Okay, these are the some examples that can be done in pointer arithmetic. Similarly, you can do the decrement operations, like another operation may be p is equal to p minus 3. So here after decrementing 3, the pointer p will decrement 1000. Now here the address location is 1006. Now the current address is 1006. So 1006 minus will decrement 3 into 2, because the size of integer is 2, that will be how much, 6. So the output will be 1000. Now pointer p will hold the address that is 1000 after decrementing the 3. So you can draw the diagram here for the same example. So this is the pointer and these are the address locations. Now pointer p will hold the address that is 1000. Now it will point to this address location that is 1000. So this will hold this location. I hope You have understood something about pointer arithmetic. Now you must remember, when we move a pointer somewhere else in memory by incrementing or by decrementing or by adding or subtracting integer values, then it is not necessary that the pointer still points to a variable sorry, the pointer still points to a variable of same data type or a valid memory location. It may give you the wrong output or some errors, but theoretically we can see how the integer or how the increment and decrement or addition or subtraction value can be, arithmetic can be done. As you know, we don't know where and in what order it has stored in the memory location, so we should take care of that. We move the pointer in such way that they always point to the valid memory location. So generally in case of array, elements are stored in consecutive orders. So this arithmetic is generally applied in arrays and it is better suited for array. Okay. Similarly, subtraction of a pointer from another pointer, this is the third one, maybe we have written here, subtraction of pointer from another pointer of the same type. Now here, subtraction of pointer from another pointer of the same type returns an integer value which denotes the number of elements between two pointers. If we have two integer pointers, we can take one example. If we have two integer pointers, suppose p1, another one is p2, these are the two integer pointers containing the addresses. I am drawing the diagram with that. This is for p1 and this is for p2, and these two pointers p1 and p2, this contains the two addresses. Suppose the addresses are 3000 and this contains the address 3010, suppose. Then if we will do the subtraction means the third operation written here, subtraction of a pointer from another pointer of the same type. Here these are the two integer pointers. I am writing p1 and p2 and this holds the address 3000 and 3010 respectively. If we will do the subtraction of a pointer from another pointer of the same base type, here the base type is suppose integer, then p2 minus p1 will give the value that will be 5. It will give the value as 5 because the size of integer is 2. So when subtract 3010 minus 3000, then the value will be 10. Because the size of integer is 2, the output will be 5. 10 by 2 is equal to 5. This operation is generally performed when both pointer variables points to the elements of the same array. So when you use the array, this operation can be done easily. So you must remember another thing, there are other operations, other arithmetic operations that cannot be performed on pointers. I am saying what are the operations that cannot be performed on pointers, like addition, multiplication and divisions of two pointers. I am repeating it again, addition, multiplication, division of two pointers. I am writing it down. Operations that cannot be performed on arithmetic operations that cannot be performed on pointer. So one is addition, multiplication, division of pointers. This is the first one. When you generally you can see one example. When you will add two pointers, suppose one pointer that holds the address 1000, another pointer that holds the address 1000, suppose 6. When you add these two pointer values, then it will point one of the location that is not present in the memory location, that not present in the memory. Suppose you will add these two pointers, the value will be 2006 here. So 2006 memory location may not be present in your memory. Also for multiplication, if you will do multiplication for these two pointer values or to these memory locations, then the multiplication value, the output value may not be present in the memory location. So this may be the problem. That's why the arithmetic operations like addition, multiplication, division of pointers cannot be performed in pointer. Second one is similarly multiplication, multiplication between pointer and any number. Here also there will be the same problem. Suppose the pointer value is 3000, the memory location is 3000. You will point, if you will multiply with any number, suppose the number is 5, then the output will be 15,000. That location may not be present in the memory. Then the third one is division, division of a pointer by any number. Then another may be addition of float or double values to pointers. Addition of float or double values to pointers. So these operations cannot be performed on pointers. So we have discussed about the different arithmetic operations that are performed on pointers. The operations are addition of an integer to a pointer, like increment or decrement, or any integer can be added to the pointer. Second one is subtraction of an integer from a pointer or decrementing any value from the pointer. Another one is subtraction of a pointer from another pointer of same type. You must remember this one, this is same type. We have also given the examples here. This is the increment operation. This is also incrementing any integer value, and this is the decrement operation. And here this is another example that shows subtraction of pointer from another pointer. Okay, and the different operations that cannot be performed on pointer are addition, multiplication, division of pointers, multiplication between pointer and any number, division of a pointer by any number, addition of float or double values to pointer. Okay, thank you.